Hello, the continuation of the nutrition. Now we will see the autotrophic nutrition. So it is autotrophic is photosynthesis. And in the diagram list, I said this is not included in the sense other diagrams are human physiology. This is plant physiology. This diagram is related to autotrophic nutrition, that is photosynthesis. So we have seen the second diagram leaf section already. Now I will enter into inside. Photosynthesis has some 3 steps involved. What is the first step is the light is used. Light energy is used to prepare the food. How the light energy is used? How to trap this light energy? This light energy is trapped by some pigments which is present in the leaf, which is called chlorophyll. It's a green pigment which actually traps the light. And not only it traps the light, once it traps the light, the next step is the energy which is trapped by the chlorophyll, the leaf, from the sunlight is actually acting on water and split the water into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and a hydroxyl group. Okay. This is breaking process, the first breaking process, because the preparation of the food is nothing but carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is nothing but carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. They are combined and become a carbohydrate. Now, the light energy is taken by the chlorophyll, split the water, and we got hydrogen and oxygen now. And this is a breaking process, is it? How this water molecule is broken using the light. So we can call this process as photolysis. In a higher class, next year you will be studying this in 11th standard, photolysis. Photo means light, lysis is breaking. Synthesis means preparation. So here it is photosynthesis, but here photolysis. First it breaks the water. This is the second step. Then the carbon dioxide is taken through the stomata. Our diagram, we have seen the stomata, and through which the carbon dioxide is taken in, and this carbon dioxide combined with this hydrogen oxygen and prepare its food, that is a carbohydrate that we call starch. The food is prepared in a form of starch. Carbohydrate is a simple compound. Starch is a polysaccharide. Polysaccharide. Okay, right. This is about autotrophic nutrition. So as I talk about certain words which I use, I would like to give you certain connections with our tradition, the science which is actually formed by the Greeks, but we have a lot of connection with the Greeks in the past. Let me tell certain things to you while I am teaching, right? I said the polysaccharide. I'll just go inside. Okay, now I said the word nutrient previously. I'll explain this to you. Okay, there are nutrients are the chemicals, isn't it? It's a food, right? There are 3 major groups of nutrients. One is carbohydrates, fats, proteins. These are the 3 major nutrients which is consumed by animals and it is prepared by plants. Okay. When you talk about carbohydrate, it's a carbon compound. So carbon compound. And I use the word in the heterotrophic, it's an organic food. Organic is the word. Organic is nothing but in chemistry, if you see the topic subject chemistry, it's of three major branches. Organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry. Where inorganic refers to carbon and its compound. Carbon and its compound. So study about only carbon is organic chemistry. So wherever the carbon is in a compound, that is an organic compound. Without carbon, it is an inorganic compound. You know the difference now? Yes. Now carbon compound. So the food is prepared in the form of starch, I said. Okay. The starch is nothing but saccharide. Saccharide. Saccharide is a Greek word. You know the meaning of this Greek word? Saccharide means sugar. Now I just want to connect you. Is this word saccharide is very close to the word sugar? Meaning is that, but in pronunciation, it is totally different. But let me tell you, in Tamil, what do you call sugar? Okay, this is a common video, so anybody in the world can see this, but anyhow, I will write. This is the word, sarkarai. Sarkarai means sugar. Now, just tell the word sarkarai, saccharide. So, polysaccharide, saccharide in Tamil. So, that means we have some connections with our language because we had a trade with Greeks. Okay, poly means many. Many saccharides are joining. It is called the polysaccharide. Starch is a polysaccharide. Starch is a polysaccharide. But the very simplest form of saccharide is monosaccharide. Single. When two monosaccharides join, it is disaccharide. When three are joined, trisaccharide. And more than two, it is poly. So we use the term monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide. So the plant prepare the food in the form of polysaccharide. We consume polysaccharide. What we have to do? We have to break this into monosaccharide. That is digestion. Understand? Okay. So this is regarding about carbohydrate. I'm just giving you the basics because I don't know whether you. Fat is also a carbon compound. It's also a carbon compound, and these two are carbon compounds. But protein is not a carbon compound, it is a nitrogen compound. It's a nitrogen compound. When we do the nutrients in the classification, we used to call this is nitrogenous nutrient, non-nitrogenous nutrient. If you classify the nutrient based on nitrogen, we call it like this. Okay. I think you might have studied this in lower classes, but anyhow, I am just bringing it back to you. So these are the major. When the carbohydrates prepared in the form of polysaccharide, it is to be converted into monosaccharide by us, then only we can get energy. If you consume fat prepared by the plants, it is to be converted into fatty acid and glycerol. And if you consume proteins prepared by the plants, or we consume even animal food, which is to be broken down into its simpler form, amino acids. These three are the simpler forms which can enter into our blood and which can travel inside, and we can get energy from these compounds. So this conversion in this is done by the process digestion. Can I enter into digestion now? That is heterotrophic nutrition. Now autotrophic nutrition is over. I have given you certain basics. Now I am entering into heterotrophic. We come to the topic heterotrophic. Heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, in this heterotrophic nutrition, I said the complex food is taken and it is converted into simpler forms. And we will see first about one simple animal, a unicellular. How a unicellular animal take food and consume. Okay, unicellular is best example, amoeba, and diagram is very easy. This is amoeba. How it consumes its food. It is a single cell, but it does all the life process. That's the beauty of this. That's why we call it as an animal. How it consumes. Suppose the food is here. Food is outside. The food is here. First what it does, it produces its false food on both the sides. This is called the pseudopodia. Pod means leg. Pseudo means false. False leg. Okay. It's a false leg. It's anywhere it can produce. So first it does like this. Then later now it is closing its pseudopodia on the covering the food. Second stage. Third stage, the food is inside. Now the fourth stage, now the food is inside. This is the type of food intake by the amoeba. And what is this formed is called food vacuole. Food vacuole. Now the food is inside with a little covering, and then it digests the food and gets the energy. This is a simple nutrition in amoeba. Okay, now we are going to see the